Alright, what's up guys? So, the Hidden Files has uploaded a video titled When Dumb People Get Arrested at Their Job. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, it wasn't me. It was a co-worker at my old job where I was surprised she didn't get arrested after what she pulled. She went and broke the freight elevator doors. It's like, fam, break your own stuff. Don't get at your job and start breaking stuff. Yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, I don't know, bro. I'm like, it still to this day confuses me. Yeah, she took like a push cart and rolled it like into the freight elevator doors, caused them to have like maintenance on them doors, because that had happened like maybe a year or two before the pandemic and things. And so yeah, she just had messed them doors up. Like, I don't know if they still are messed up, but yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, people don't get your job and start cutting up. But anyways, and that being said, let's go ahead and check out this video. Just gotta make sure I'm like, all right, so because I want to be relaxed while I'm watching these videos and stuff. So anyways,
but do not touch me. Okay,
outside.
Oh, I think I remember this. She was drunk, huh?
We've asked you to leave. It's time to go.
We've all messed up at work before. Maybe it was that time you were doing math and forgot to carry the 1. Or that time you accidentally gave Toby and management a coffee with 4 sugars instead of 3. Come on, we've all done something wrong somewhere along the line.
I'm like, hey, look, man, Toby, he was a good dude, okay? So I was like, but yeah, I think we could all say we got either a coworker, customer, somebody where it's all like, bruh, just retire. Like, that's almost say. At my old job, yeah, there were some customers that was there where I was all like, fam, it's okay if you retire. I'm like, you almost there? Them like, just go ahead, put in them retirement papers early. But anyways.
Fine, but at least you weren't arrested for it. Get ready, because we're gonna show you some dumb people.
No.
Put your
That's a nice shirt.
behind your back.
Please don't do this.
Like
Some of them were caught
Mario
stealing.
shirt.
Others came in drunk to work, whether or not that was a job at a Chevy dealership or a school. But none of that comes even close to a 21-year-old who spat in a police officer's food. So stick around as we explore these 4 cases when dumb people got
I
arrested
remember the
at
first
their
girl.
jobs. 21-year-old Naylene Tierra worked at a Chevrolet dealership and was fired on February 20th, 2023, but she refused to leave the office. Now, Naylene was intoxicated, and she got caught by her boss, who quickly called the cops after she said she wouldn't leave. Officer Kafoni was the first officer on the scene and had a little chat with her boss.
Probably 10 minutes before I called you guys.
It's one of those things where I'm all like, fam, I don't know. Like, if my job fires me, I guess, like, yeah, if I'm an alcoholic and be sitting around drinking and stuff, then, yeah, stuff, she probably didn't even hear her self get fired. But, no, like, I think who I am, yeah, I know. I'm like, all right, if that's how y'all feel, then that's how you guys feel. I'm heading home, so.
He's refusing to leave.
Okay. So you heard direct supervisor?
Yeah, I'm the manager.
But what they'll do at my old job is they'll fire you after the day is over with. So they'll have you clean up the place. They'll have you do a whole full day of work. But they know, like, early that morning they're going to let you go. And, yeah, they'll just let you work a full day and things.
The officers inside the office and speaking with her, you can clearly see that she does not want to leave her job. She only looks at him for a few seconds and turns back to continue her work.
Hi.
You doing okay?
Yeah, hi. What's your name?
However, her unconcerned attitude didn't stop the officer, and he kept on questioning her. Her nonchalant attitude was going to take a turn quite quickly.
How may I help you?
No, how may I help you? What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just trying to figure this out.
Figure what out?
This.
They're like, this what?
What's your name is?
Nalina Tierra?
Melina?
Nailene.
Naylene?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any idea why I'm here?
No clue.
Would you like to know what I'm here for?
You can just tell that by how she talks, like, yeah, she's out of it. She is out of it.
Well, I know what I'm here for. That might be your problem, actually. That might be a business of yours.
Now, just because she has, quote, no clue why the officer's there, it sure doesn't mean he's gonna back down.
Yeah.
Naylene Naylene here can be seen ignoring the officer and even cursing him.
Would you like to know what I'm here for?
That's your problem.
However, the officer's been in this business for quite some time and just dismissed her drunken comment. He then turns to the owner, and she tells Officer Cafroni that
even though I've seen this video already, it just still surprises me that you'll say something like that to a cop. And it's like, yeah, like people, look, leave that alcohol alone. You can't handle it, leave it alone.
But Naylene quickly interrupts.
I'm the owner.
Okay, what's her title here?
She's a BDC. She works in the business
Yeah, I'm
development
also
center.
in law school if you want to take down my lawyer's information.
Officer Cafroni quickly responds and says that no one's talking to her and that she's just going to be ignored. But Naylene does not back down that easily. She continues on talking, but
They were playing tic-tac-toe on the
luckily
board
this time there was no cursing directed at the officer.
and gave up.
You was ignoring me.
Okay,
So she
I
was
want your
administrator
first and
type
last
of thing?
name with my-
Yeah, that's her desk.
Oh, okay, so I want your ID number with your first and last name so I can
You
talk
gonna-
to my
you-
lawyer.
you gonna get it?
Yes, because I'm in law school.
Now wait a second. If
Okay.
she's a law school student, doesn't she know you can't go to work while you're drunk? I guess that's the one thing they don't teach you at law school. Naylin, however, doesn't stop there. She continues on, telling the officer that she's 21 years old and did paralegal work a year ago.
Oh yeah, I'm 21 and I did paralegal like what, a year ago? Okay, so what's your first and last name?
Now, I'm not calling her a liar. Okay, I am. It's highly unlikely that a 21-year-old graduated from law school. To do that, you need a 4-year college degree, and you have to have taken the LSAT to have gotten into law school, something that might be difficult for someone who worked a full-time job and was working at Chevrolet on the side. Officer Barnett arrives later, and the two officers try to get Naylene to finally leave the premises.
Well, I believe they asked you to leave, and you're not leaving.
I am.
Okay, when is your ride coming here?
Oh, cuando mi mamá me dice que va a venir.
My partner doesn't speak Spanish, okay?
Your partner doesn't speak Spanish,
No.
correct? So that means I had to physically...
Now, the two officers saw that the conversation with Naylene was going nowhere, so they interrupted her and turned back to the owner and asked if they had officially asked Naylene to leave the property.
speak.
Did you guys officially ask her to leave the property?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And her mom was on the phone after I
Yeah,
told
my
her
mom
to
said that
leave.
she was on the
And
way.
her mom said she's not coming to pick
Go
her
ahead
up.
and
No,
ask her to leave
no,
the property.
let me put my mom on speaker.
You need to leave the dealership now, please.
The owner stated that they called her mother, but Naylene's mom said she wasn't going to come pick her up. However, Naylene interrupts, stating that her mom was in fact on her way and that she'll call her and put her on speakerphone. Naylene goes to pick up the phone, but the owner tells her it's time to leave. At this point, she rolls her chair closer to the officers, and the conversation went like this.
My mom
But I just asked you to leave.
Does she have a vehicle here?
No, I
Okay,
don't believe
it's
so.
time to
She
go.
drives, but I
We're
believe
telling you you need to leave. You're gonna be trespassed.
So I can't call my mom and ask her to
You
pick
don't.
me
They don't
up?
want you to use their phones, okay?
So I can't ask my mom to come pick me up?
you can use your phone.
It's like, go outside and do that.
In one final attempt, Naylene tries to just ignore the officers. Maybe they'll disappear if she just sits there. After a few minutes, she called her mom and asked her to come fetch her, but the call didn't go according to plan, although she and her mom had a pretty funny chat.
Lo que dolía, lo que no es. Mommy, this is my mom.
It's like, yeah, I think everybody got their mom's number programmed in their phone.
So tengo la policía aquí diciendo que yo necesito irme de los premises, que yo necesito alguien que me recoja, porque hay una gringa aquí fea, tú sabes, ya de pingada,
You don't want to do
like
this
vieja aquí.
You don't want to do stuff nice? It's a good
So necesito
It's
Uber.
like, you should not be, because I the thing is this, I imagine like at a car dealership, like you obviously need a like license. I don't know, I just feel like that you would need a license to like work there and things, like just in case if they, you know, the person wants you to like test drive the car. I don't know, maybe if she has like a job where it's like it doesn't require you to have a license, but still, regardless, the point that I'm trying to make is that you shouldn't have to be out here calling your mother. For one, you shouldn't be getting drunk and showing up to work. Second, you shouldn't be getting yourself fired from this said job. And then, yeah, and it's like, you shouldn't be that because it was like not showing up to work drunk. and then not getting fired, and then don't call your mom expecting your mom to help you out. It's all like, bro, your mom ain't gonna always be it. Like, shout out to some of the parents out there, because I just know that if this would have been me, my parents would have been like, okay, what am I supposed to do? You shouldn't have showed up to work drunk. Don't call this number no more. It hang up in my face. I'm telling you, I have parents where it's like they care, but then they also, like, you know, put me in situations where I had to, you know, fend for myself and things. So it's like, you 21 years old. Come on now.
Guess what she got. And no, it wasn't an Uber. Her disrespectful attitude towards her former boss and blatantly ignoring the officer's presence were enough for the two officers to have had enough. They finally did what everyone was hoping they'd do right when they entered the doors.
All right, we're gonna go outside. What's her name? What is it? What's your first name? Okay, I've had enough. We're going outside.
Are you touching me?
Let's go outside. We've asked you to leave. Let's go.
Grab your purse.
We're going outside. Let's go.
Are you touching me?
Yes.
You're touching me!
Everyone's asked you to leave. Let's go. Let's go. Time to go outside.
I will pick myself up, but don't touch me.
Okay, let's go outside.
It's
We
like-
asked you to
Grab my
leave.
purse. Let me grab my purse, but do not touch me. Okay.
Outside.
But my lip gloss.
Got it.
Like, bro, what the is wrong with you
We've
guys?
asked you to leave. It's
I
time
don't
to
give
go. That's, okay. All right.
Check
all
out
right,
my
all
mouth.
right. All right. Put your hands on your head. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
She brought that herself.
Bro,
She brought.
stop! Stop!
Put your hands behind your back.
No,
I will resistance.
no, this isn't resistance.
This is resisting.
This is not
Stop
resistance.
resisting.
It's like, if you doing all that with your arm, it's like, ma'am, what do you think it is? Nah, you're drunk. There's a
It could have been super
difference.
simple and you could have just left.
Now, if she wasn't resisting, then this is clearly not a banana. That's a pretty weird reference, but we're just going to keep rolling here. The officers place her under arrest and escort her out of the building.
I mean, technically it wasn't. It was a group of bananas. So, no, he was in the wrong. He was in the wrong.
Hey, miss, do me a favor. Do a sweep on that desk. Make sure nothing else that belongs to her is there.
You know what? You know what, you guys, this whole company's gonna be sued.
The quote-unquote innocent and drunk Naylene yelled out that the whole company was going to be sued. But with her so-called degree from her so-called law school, we doubt that happened. She was finally out of the building, fired, and arrested, but not without one last outburst.
You
Come
could
on,
have
take me up, bitch! Take me up, bitch!
You could have just left.
Dale, take me up!
She was charged with disturbing the peace, trespassing, and resisting without violence. Okay, see here. You can't go into a school classroom while you're intoxicated, especially not on the first day and when you're an elementary teacher. Well, tell that to Kimberly Coates,
wow.
a teacher from Oklahoma, who brought in a cup of her happy juice when she got to work.
Okay, I want to visit. All right. So, just observing you in classroom, it looks like something's off a little bit, and so I've asked Officer Dean to come in here and visit with it. Have you taken anything that's, do you have a prescription for anything that maybe you have taken today that just seems like you're not the same person that I talked to this morning?
Now, the situation was handled perfectly by who we think might be the principal of the school. He didn't accuse her of being drunk. Instead, he covered everything and asked if she was on any medication. However, Kimberly Coates' medication isn't your normal sleeping pill. Oh no, it was a few bottles of Sleepy Time salve.
I did take some medication last night to help me with sleep because I have some anxiety stuff, but that's I can't think of the name of it right now, but I could look it up when I get home.
So you haven't taken anything while you were at school?
No.
It's like, that's weird for a medication. You take it before you sleep, unless you went to sleep and then took it once when you woke up. I don't understand that, but it's like, you take some sleep medication, you go to sleep, you wake up, and then that's when it starts kicking in. I don't get that.
Now, one thing I would tell you is, for your employment, I want you to be truthful.
Okay.
And so, would you be willing to take a breathalyzer test?
If I needed to, yeah.
You don't have to, but if you're willing to do it, that helps us.
Have you taken any sort of medication today?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you taken any medication today?
I did take some medication this morning for my anxiety.
What did you take this morning?
I think it's called, clozapine.
Let's ask the audience what they think. Do you guys think she had a few drinks before school? Or was it last night and she's just a bit hungover? Or was it while she was at school? Or maybe she didn't have anything to drink at all and this is all a placebo effect after she drank too much water? Well,
Last
if
one.
you chose option
Last
1,
one.
2, and 3, you're most definitely correct. However, Kimberly is still trying to spin the story in
I
her
was
favor,
close.
and she tells a few more fibs before the truth finally comes out.
Not while I was at school.
When did you drink something?
Last night.
Not here at school? Because it seemed that it changed. I mean, your demeanor kind of changed.
She look like she about to start
Here
crying.
at school.
I wouldn't bring it into the school.
All right, it's time for the breathalyzer test. The officer asks Kimberly if she's going to blow double zeros, and she answers with an I don't know. Well, Kimberly, you should know if you had something to drink or not while you were waiting in the parking lot of the school. Kimberly throws up her shoulders, and the officer decides he's going to test her.
We're not going to.
Okay, so what's going to happen if
I'm not going to do anything with you.
Well, I'm asking Mrs. Bowles.
Well, I'm just going to be honest, Kimberly. I'm concerned about you. I have a responsibility to take care of the kids.
Right.
And it's not going to be my decision.
It's my decision. So let's see what happens.
All right.
All right, so you're going to blow into it like you're blowing up a balloon, okay? And you're going to keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Until I tell you to stay. Until I tell you to stop, okay?
All right.
All right, give it just a second.
I don't know how to do this.
You're just going to blow into it like you're
That's
blowing
a
up balloon.
different Mario, because I was like, Mario got like,
Take a big deep breath.
you wearing a jacket?
Blow, 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 blow. All right, stop. Good job. You gonna tell me the truth? How much you had to drink?
I drank last night.
There's no way you drank last night.
Zero.
Well, I did
Dang.
drink last night.
Did you drink at school is what he's asking you. Tell us the truth.
I didn't drink at school.
That wouldn't blow that right there.
You blew 2 times the legal limit.
Dang.
I did.
Yeah.
You're the one who brought a giant cup of alcohol to school. Man, Kimberly must have had quite a party if she blew a .24. For those who aren't aware, the .24 is her blood alcohol content, and that's what she blew during her breathalyzer test. Now she wants everyone to believe that she only brought a Diet Coke to school. She told them
That's
that
a
she had
strong
her last
Diet
drink
Coke.
at 3 a.m.
Is it
last
one
night.
of those like Coca-Cola like whiskey combinations or something? You just had the whole thing?
And also that she has a drinking problem and is seeing a counselor. The officer states that he believes Kimberly is a functioning alcoholic, but that she had to have had a drink quite recently to blow a .24. He
Yeah.
asked her if he can track her eyes, and Kimberly agrees.
My husband's he's still at school working.
Can I check your eyes?
Do what?
Can I check your eyes?
Yeah.
Can I stand up? I'm not going to go through the entire test, but stand with your feet by your side, hands down to your feet, side to side. Heel to heel, there you go. All right.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember if I had any elementary teachers show up to school drunk. Moving that head. There was a high school teacher, though, where I couldn't smell. It was one of those, like, student-led conference things. I couldn't smell it, probably because I was half asleep. But, yeah, because they decided, oh, let's have student-led conferences, like, 7 in the morning and stuff. So I think I remember I was in class, and my mom, she said she could smell it off of the teacher and things. He didn't work there for that long, so, yeah, he probably did get fired, too, so. It's like, bro, you can't be showing up to school drunk.
You drank recently. Yeah. she's intoxicated.
Kimberly's asked if she knows her husband's number because she'll need someone to pick her up. However, she doesn't want to call her husband, and if she were to get in the car, the officer had every right to arrest her for driving under the influence. Kimberly started crying, and the officer decided that it was the perfect time to investigate her drink.
I know I've been having a hard time. Am I gonna get fired?
Honestly, yes.
Dang.
Or you can resign. You're under the influence at school with kids. That cannot happen.
I mean, he's right. He is right. Crying ain't gonna help.
Can it not just be that it's in my blood system, and that's why it's...
Unless you drank a shit ton
Well,
at like 8 o'clock this morning, I don't know how you could still be that high.
I did drink a lot last night.
How much did you drink?
I don't... Too much.
What do you drink?
Wine.
So how many bottles of wine did you drink?
We had the box.
Did you drink a whole box of wine?
Half a box.
And you stopped drinking at like 3 this morning?
Presley Johnson, please come to the office. Presley
The problem is they said you were fine this morning, and then now recently they've noticed.
Yeah, it's like.
See, and that's weird to me. That I was okay this morning. I would think that it would be.
Which makes me think that you drank recently.
Now, just because she was telling the truth about the Coke in the cup, it doesn't mean she hasn't taken a drink that day. The officer and the principal tried to entice Kimberly into calling her husband to come pick her up, but she doesn't want that. So, the officer told her that she can either call her husband or he would take her to jail for public intoxication, another thing she didn't want. The principal then tells her that they believe she drank while she was at school, and Kimberly decides to change her story one more time.
You're lying to us.
Okay, I drank on the way to work.
Yeah.
On the way to work?
I'm glad that you told us that. Okay? We'll still discuss tomorrow.
I went to work here. I went to work here.
Yeah, but it's like, you're missing the point. It's like, my thing is what would she overall do if she had kids that was in school? And then, yeah, because the thing is this, kids will see that, and then they'll imitate that. And then they, and I guess, yeah, maybe some elementary kids, they'll probably just look at it as like it's something funny. But as you get older, I'm like, fam, I can think back when I was in middle school and I would see kids smoking in the hallway areas and stuff. Middle school. We talking about like you were in that middle range part of like being a kid and things. And yeah, then as the time went on, it was like high school, bro. I had kids at the school smoking weed. I had kids at the school drinking. I had kids showing up to the school drunk, throwing up in hallways and stuff. I'm saying like the thing is this. It's like you doing this, a kid's gonna see it, they gonna reenact it or, do it their way and things, and it's gonna probably be worse, but it's like, you're that influence. We ain't trying to have that here at that school. I'm not trying to influence my kids to be drunks and alcoholics and stuff. No, I'm trying to influence them to like graduate and go through school, go through college, become a success out of yourself. But it's like, this ain't successful. You having to show up to school drunk, I'm like, that's not successful. Like that, you sound like you going through some stuff. You need to, work that out before you start looking for a job and things. So
Tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Now let's call somebody and have them pick you up.
No, I can't call my husband.
Do you have anyone else you can call?
You have a friend that can come pick you up?
I don't know.
it's like, well, you can't go back to work. Like,
would you rather call your husband to come pick you up, or would you rather call your husband to come get you from jail?
Well, actually, neither.
Well, Kim, is it okay if we call you Kim? Yeah, that should be fine, right? You're running out of time. And if you were just honest from the start, things could have gone so much smoother. Kimberly apologized profusely for wasting everybody's time and said she would call someone. However, she left her phone in the classroom. And no, she can't go and get it. The principal, who's pretty peeved as you can see, stood up from his chair and went to fetch her phone. The officer then decided that it was a good time to question Kimberly a bit more. Oh yeah, and also play his bangin' ringtone.
What'd you drink this morning?
I don't think anything.
Hey, can I call you back? So you drank wine here on the way to the school this morning?
Yeah, before I left home, I didn't drink it in the car or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna go to your room. Where is your phone?
Can I go down there with
No.
you? I don't even.
You don't know where it's at?
I think it's in my purse, but
Your
I'm.
purse is where?
Can I please? Can I?
No, there's kids in the hall, and there's teachers all standing here. They don't even know you're in here.
It might be on the desk. It's on the desk.
The officer asked Kimberly a few other questions and asked her how often she went to a counselor. She said that she sees one every other week, but it doesn't really help. The officer speaks calmly and nicely to Kimberly and lets her know that he doesn't think she's a bad person and that he knows people go through stuff sometimes, but he still needs to find out the truth and if she's holding anything back. Kimberly tells the officer that she's been working with children for her entire life, and while she's sobbing, the principal returns to the room.
Okay, no more games, right?
Yeah.
Other than that.
My juice.
Can I try again? That there is wine.
I thought that was from yesterday.
So you drank yesterday?
Well, I brought it from home.
Why?
It's in there today, this morning.
But why though?
Did you get my phone?
Listen here. I'm whatever you want.
Well, I mean,
he is annoyed.
I didn't go through your bag. That's your,
You
it's your
can.
purse. I know, but my thing is,
yeah, I
that's
mean,
all I need.
Yeah.
Did you get my phone?
You said your phone was in the purse.
Well, I thought it was on the desk, but it's okay.
Are you gonna call someone?
Well, I don't. I used to have everybody's numbers, but.
He is annoyed.
You gonna get your phone and call someone?
Well,
Is it not in there?
I thought it was on the desk.
The principal left once again to fetch her phone, and here the officer hammers down on his honesty point. He tells Kimberly that the truth is out, even though she hasn't told it yet. He said that he wanted to arrest her because she lied to him, and she quickly tries to fix everything. She asks the officer what she can do to make everything right, and he tells her just to be honest with him.
I just wanted honesty. That's all I wanted.
I drank out of that yesterday. I didn't drink out of it today.
So how are you drunk today?
I drank out of that coming to work yesterday.
And you still drunk?
Where's the cup that you drank out of today? Is it in your classroom too?
I don't think so. Honestly, I thought I was doing a good job today. I don't know.
The officer clicks on his phone for a bit and leaves the room for a few minutes. When he returns, though, he decides it's time to book her. She wasn't being cooperative, and the officer finally had enough. The officer tried to reason with her for quite some time, and Kimberly could have gone home if she'd just called someone. Sadly, the first few seconds of the clip don't have any sound, but I guess the officer told Kimberly that it's time to go for a ride in his cop car.
Please, 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 I'll call somebody. I have somebody right here in town that will come get me.
Too late.
Please.
What's your date of birth, Kimberly?
Please, 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 just let me. Can we?
Hey,
work
I'm
this?
not doing it. I'm not doing it. You had your chance to be honest,
Well,
and,
I did.
and then you wipe this out.
But please let me. Please let me call.
I should charge you with tampering with evidence.
Please let me. Please
No,
let me call.
no, it is over. No more. No more. I'm done.
Officer, please.
No.
I've never done anything bad in my whole life.
What is your date of birth?
Okay, and
5/7/1970. Please let me call somebody. Please,
dang, she was born in 1970. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but it's like, dang, I was like, cause I mean, Yeah, I guess like Pete, dang, that's just crazy like how time, because it like still sits in my head like somebody born in 1970 is like 30, 40 something years old, or and it's like, dang, it's crazy to think like people born in 1970 like they're either in their 50s or like pushing 50. Dang, that's crazy. That is, dang, man. I'm like, we are getting old out here.
I will call somebody right now.
Everything got body camera.
Huh? I've got a friend right here in Perkins.
No,
Please.
you're under arrest.
Please don't do this.
It's too late.
No, please, please, please. I can't do this, please. Please, officer, please, please. No. Please. Please.
20428.
No. Please.
20428.
Please.
You're under arrest. We're not. There's no getting out of it.
No, let me call. No, you said I could call somebody. I'll call somebody to come get me. Please.
It's too late.
Why is it too late all of a sudden?
Because you've lied. Done nothing but lie.
After a lot of begging and pleading, the officer, wait for it, still refuses to let her call someone. Instead, he calls for a transport vehicle. After all that lying, I can't believe her nose hasn't grown even a bit. The officer calls for the transport vehicle while Kimberly sobs at the table. The officer states that
and like when you're a student, and because I'm saying I've never have seen some stuff like I do remember where it was the principal. It was our principal at my old elementary school. He had he was, I think, I can't remember if he was arrested, but he did get fired from our elementary school because he was I think they was like he was SAing, I guess, like, if you guys know what SA means in today's terminology and things, to some of the teachers that was there. So yeah, one day I remember he tried getting on me for fighting in school, and I'm like, fam, I think if it came down to it, which is worse, I think we can all say that what you're doing is far more worse, bruh. I'm like, it's some crazy stuff, but anyways, it's like, but just seeing him on TV, because I was like, I remember I was at home and just sitting down with my family, and then all of a sudden watching the news, and then see his face up on there, all like, oh, he got fired, and he was doing this, and I'm like, dang, bruh. So yeah, he was assaulting. Because I don't know if I'm allowed to say the full description of anything. I don't know, because YouTube's weird about stuff. So, but yeah, he was doing some shady things.
We'll be heading out the back door by the playground. And here, another story is brought to light. Kimberly tried to wipe out the cup and make it look like it wasn't used. The officer calls someone again, and for a third time asks for the transport vehicle. He asks Spencer to come in through the back door and to escort Kimberly to the transport vehicle.
Back way, and I'll take her out the back way.
Oh my God.
But she's lied, and Mr. Ogle found a cup that had wine residue in it on her desk, so. Something Coates, she's a new teacher. I'm in Miss Bowles' office. But I'm trying not to totally humiliate this lady, but she's working on it because she wiped the cup out. So. Yep.
Don't do this, please don't do this, please don't do this, don't do anything.
Yeah, I'll take her out that way. Like out back, like by the playground.
No, please.
Alright.
Brought that on herself.
Where's your driver's license at?
I don't know.
It's like, ma'am,
you're under arrest. So,
No,
hey, we're not gonna sit here and whine. That's over. Am I gonna find anything illegal in here?
I don't think so.
Famous last words.
No, officer. I'm sorry. Officer Dean, please don't do this. Please.
Where's your wallet at? That has your driver's license in? Is your first name Kimberly? Is that your legal first name? Is your driver's license in Oklahoma?
Yes. Please don't arrest me. Please let me just call a friend to come and get me. I'll call a friend. I'll do whatever I have to, but please don't arrest me. Please.
The officer's transportation has arrived, and it's time for
Dang,
Kimberly to go with them to the back of the car. Kimberly
That's
is
a
placed
large
under
elementary
arrest,
school.
but she
That
doesn't
whole
go
land.
easily, so the policeman calls in backup. Kimberly cries and begs the officer again to please let her call someone, but he's had enough.
Stand up. Stand up.
Can it just...
No, I said I'm done.
No, no. Can I just walk out without the handcuffs
No.
on? No, please just let me walk out.
No, it's policy.
I'm gonna
cuff you up front. If you're gonna keep running your mouth, you're gonna get cuffed behind you.
Wait, can I just talk to you for a second? Please. Please don't.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, I don't want to.
What?
To go to jail with
No.
multiple charges?
No.
Put your hands behind your back.
Please don't do this. Please, I just want to talk to you. Can you just talk to me?
Put your hands
This
behind
woman
your
is
back.
crazy.
Please, will you just...
I'm like, oh, you know
we've
she
tried
got
that.
like the Karen haircut and stuff. You know she a Karen, like going to stores and other places and
talking to
things.
you.
Talking about she don't want to get arrested.
Now.
Talking's over.
What about my stuff?
It'll go with you to the jail.
Officer, please.
Quit. I'm done. I tried to be nice. I'm done.
Okay.
Even the cop, he irritated. Everybody's irritated.
Can I just please...
No.
Can I just ask you a question?
Nope. Questions are over.
Dang.
Why?
Is this your phone?
Yes. What made you so mad at me?
Like, you lied.
Mad.
I'm like, ma'am, did you just
What made you
forget
so
this whole
mad?
conversation?
I don't want to. Please don't do this to me.
She gonna get in that hallway, watch. She gonna start cutting up in that hallway. I just have a feeling kids gonna be looking. Like, dang, Miss Kim getting arrested? Dang.
Please don't let go out in
Wait,
front of
where you
everybody. Please,
I'm trying not to.
Can we just go in there for just a second, please? I'm sorry.
Stop pulling away from me.
After a lot of back and forth and a lot of begging and lying, Kimberly was not given another chance and was escorted out of the building by the officers. She
Dang,
was
that's
escorted past the classes with little children in them. She didn't care when she came in the school drunk, so she shouldn't care
That's
either.
a nice
if the
looking
kids
school.
seemed
I'm
to-
like, dang, bro, why these like kids be getting luxury looking schools and stuff? Meanwhile, they might as well just had us out in the in the woods. Like, that's messed up,
The
bro.
teacher escorted out of the building in
My
cuffs.
education
Luckily
was
for her,
cheated.
the cops were quite nice and took her around the back where there weren't any children. She was placed in the cop car and taken to Payne County Jail, but she's since been released and been to court. Sadly, we don't know what her sentence was or if she had to pay a fine, but
Probably
she could have been
probation.
given a fine of up to $100 for public intoxication,
That
as
too.
well as up to 30 days in jail. When the police first arrived at the hardware store in Little Rock, Arkansas, they spoke to the manager. He told them that there had been previous incidents on Friday and Saturday, and that the cashier brought in a male accomplice, and he came up with a cart to her register. She then removed the security tags and didn't ring up those items. Over $1,000 worth of items were taken, and that night, the two of them drove home together. If only she knew she was caught on camera.
Okay, sorry. 6:30 is when he, on Friday, is when he went up and she took the things off, the high dollar stuff, and rang up the low dollar stuff. Okay. Now, on Saturday, he came in the store at 7:30, refunded the small items, and then got the stuff to come up here, and then he walked out with the at 7:45.
Now, while the officers made their way to the cashier, one of the employees went to watch the footage. That way, he could give the officers an exact sum of all the items stolen. The officers were escorted to the back, where they found her sitting. After a lot of discussion with the store manager and other employees, the officers finally talked to Callie Lewis.
If the amount is under a certain amount, and it's a seek warrants issue, then per the manager's request, we're going to ban you from the store.
Dang.
So you're not to ever return. And that's on cameras.
For all you thieves out there, you should know that in Arkansas, theft does not automatically land you in jail. According to the law offices of Bryce Cook, should the value of items stolen be less than $1,000, the theft will in most cases be considered a misdemeanor. However, the charge will be raised to a Class D felony if the theft was one in a series of 3 or more thefts that occurred during a 3-day period. The theft will also be bumped up to a Class D felony if the stolen property value was between $100 and $500 and occurred during a state of emergency. There are other circumstances where the value of the stolen property may fall below $1,000 but will still be classified as a Class D felony. In most cases, however, theft will be considered a Class D felony should the stolen property value fall between $1,000 and $5,000. The penalties for a Class D felony may include up to 6 years imprisonment and fines of up to $10,000. Callie Lewis was arrested for suspicion of theft of property and taken downtown to talk to Detective Hudson.
Go ahead and stand up. Spin around, put your hands behind your back for me. You're going to be placed under arrest for suspicion of theft of property, okay? We're going to go talk to Detective Hudson, which at that time he's going to read you your Miranda rights. I'm not going to ask you any questions or anything of that nature because that would infringe on your rights. I'm not going to do that, okay? So if you have anything to say, you need to wait and save it for Detective Hudson after he reads you your Miranda rights, okay? But for right now, I'm telling you, you're under arrest for theft of property, okay? What happened on Friday and Saturday, okay? All right. Walk with Officer Aguilera. We're going to have to, is that personal property right there?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Is that your only personal property?
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing else?
Is that it too?
Second, is there any way
I'm going to be staying in jail?
Right now you're going to go talk to a detective and that's going to determine what's going to happen.
Do you think I'm going to go to jail?
You're going to talk to a detective. That's going to determine what's the next process.
What does that mean?
So you talking to a detective? How else do I explain that?
After she spoke to the detective, Kelly went to court and was served with a Class D felony, but sadly, there's no info on what her sentencing was. But with a Class D felony, we at least know that she and her male accomplice, Nicholas Preston, stole more than $1,000 worth of goods. Unless you're Eminem in the Real Slim Shady music video, you can't just go around spitting into someone's food. Well, Titania Hargrove decided that she was gonna spit in a police officer's food. She was once very public when she accused Bakersfield police of attacking her, but after she lost that lawsuit, she was much less vocal. The 21-year-old spent a few years working for McDonald's, but she was caught by one of her co-workers rubbing a hamburger bun on the floor and spitting on it before she served it to a Bakersfield police officer. This was all caught on surveillance.
That's crazy, because it's like, fam, I get if you have an issue with the cop that, you know, assaulted you and things, but like doing it to a cop that ain't did nothing to you, that's crazy. It's like, take your anger out on the people that did do something to you. Don't take your anger out on people that ain't did nothing to you. That's something that I say all the time in my videos, because it confuses me. I'm like, fam, I ain't did nothing to you. Why am I being having my food getting rubbed across a dirty floor and it being spit in and things? I'm like, that's crazy.
Tape. And once the manager,
knowing this, if somebody were to do that, because it's all like, oh, okay, so let's say there's a situation where a guy, he was dating some black woman and things, but she broke his heart. Now he gonna take his anger out on all black women. You know she would have something to say about that. So it's like, fam, come on now.
The video, he informed the police. She was arrested and fired from her job.
Yeah.
The police said you can clearly see that it was intentional. This is not the first time she'd had a run-in with the law. Back when she was 19, she accused the cops of police brutality. Tatiana claimed that 2 police officers threw her to the ground and punched her, and even let their dog bite her, all because they mistook her for a male suspect.
I hope and I pray this doesn't happen to anybody else.
She released her own video, which went viral when she spoke about what happened. But the court ruled in favor of the officers, who had a different story. The court said that they didn't use excessive force or violate her civil rights. So, what do you think about Tatiana spitting in the police officer's food? Does she deserve to go to jail, or was firing her enough? Are you appalled by this behavior? Or
yeah, my thing is like, whatever happened to her with those cops, I'm like, yeah, them cops know if they did do something, they know what they did, and that's something that they're gonna have to live with. And there'll be a day where they have somebody in their lives that they care for, and then somebody does that same exact thing to them, and then the first thing they're gonna think of is this situation. But that still doesn't give you a reason to take your anger out on a cop that ain't did nothing to you. So it's like, I know people want to say, oh, all cops are the same, I hate the police, and all that. And it's like, fam, there's police officers out there that ain't did nothing to nobody, served a whole, time as a police officer, and they did no crazy stuff to nobody. First day, cool cop. Last day of them being a cop, they were still a cool cop. So
would you have done
y'all
the
gotta
same
let that
thing
stuff
if
go,
you
man.
thought you were
I mean, I get it. There's cops out there that did wrong, and I'm not trying to take that away from anybody. No, yeah, to those cops, yeah, they need to get fired. They need to, have a messed up career and things if they out there doing wrong. But yeah, if it's a cop that ain't did wrong to nobody, I'm like, they don't deserve the hate from others, and it's like they didn't even do nothing. So
used by the officials. What about the other people who were arrested while they were at work? Have you ever gone to work drunk or a bit hungover?
Nah,
and do you think it's fair to be fired or even jailed just because you're a bit tipsy? Let us know what you think down in the comments. We can't wait to read them. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, I'm not really a drinker, so I can't say that I've showed up to work. I was always, fam, when I would show up to work, I have a protein shake and a Red Bull. So I was like, if I had got drunk off of that, I'm like, nah, somebody there's trying to set me up. Somebody bamboozled my drink. So I'm like, that would be the only way. But other than that, nah, man, I can't do it. I'm like, that's just something where I'm like, I don't even want to show up home drunk, let alone showing up to a place of business drunk and things. And so yeah, it's like people, they do stuff like that. It's just, there was a comment that I got a while back where somebody was all like, yeah, it's alcoholics and they going through some stuff, and no, it's the truth. But it's like, still, I just think that you should know, don't show up to work drunk. All right, so no special occasions of anything, special occasions, work, freaking whatever the situation is, don't show up there drunk. All right, so but anyways, and that being said, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to the Hidden Files for more videos like this. Like and subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.